I got another one for you, and this one's probably going to piss you off. Women and men are not equal. Once upon a time, the women decided we could be better than the men at being men. Shortly after that, all of a sudden, the men decided to start carrying purses. I just feel like we need to take a little accountability here, ladies. Yes, the men are sassy right now, but did we do that? We wanted feminism. We wanted equality. We're not equal, babes. Each gender is different and has its own set of benefits. It was originally designed for duality. The man was supposed to bring this, the woman was supposed to bring that, and they flourished. So congratulations. Everybody flip roles. But guess what? The shit's still not working. You wanna know why? Because you still need the other half. Even if you wake up and decide, oh, I want to be the man. For something to flourish, you still need the feminine and masculine components. So if you are a feminine deciding to be a masculine, the feminine component is now what? What? Missing. So regardless, you still have a problem. That's why that strong, independent woman can't find a man. And that sassy man don't want a woman. And you could be mad at me all you want. This is just reality.
Things, like ladies first, open the door, like walk on a certain side of the street. Men are expected to do those things, and it's written out. It's stated. I can list those things off the top of my head because I know that that's their expectation. So now, what I want you to think about is that now that we are in a modern society where women do not function as much traditionally, like staying at home, taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, and whatever, obviously like catering to her man, like making sure that everything is like straight away at home. Especially when it comes to dating, I feel like there's so many levels to it now that's kind of difficult for women to know and for men to state. I've literally asked this question so many times and I haven't gotten like any necessarily straight up answers, but I will tell you what I have gotten. Is that, oh my god, sorry, is that what is chivalry on the women's end? Like, what is the woman's version of chivalry? What do men expect or want women to start doing? When it comes to before you get into a relationship, so things that make us courtable or whatever. If we want a man to desire us and court us the way that we think we deserve and have these expectations and want them to be filled, what is the woman equivalent to that, or what men want us to do in that aspect? I would like you to think about that question.
I have this eternal struggle where it's like, I want my husband to be the provider, make all the money, pay all the bills, do the adulting things, fix everything around the house, take care of my car, take the trash out, make all the plans, handle our finances. So basically do everything while I just lie around and like only do things when I feel like doing them.
Yeah, that mental illness is called feminism. So again, with all of this, women's role in society has basically just been thrown to the wayside. Now a woman can be anything she wants, right? And you'd think this sounds really good, just giving someone choice to do what they want. You'd think this sounds great on paper, but in reality, this just leads to women demanding special treatment. They demand special treatment because they are weak women, but then they want to be treated better because she's better than a man, and men should serve her. The modern woman is just filled with hypocrisy.
I have known other women as well that kind of have this attitude of like, I can do it on my own. I don't need your help. I got this. Ladies, your ability, your capability of being able to do this stuff is never in question, okay? Us guys know you can do it. Like, we know you can open up your own door. We know you can pull out your own chair. You know what? We know that you can walk by yourself into the restaurant. It's not about if you can do it. The truth is, we men know you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. And us men want to love you and to reveal your dignity that God has given you by doing what we know you can, but don't have to. I don't think women have killed chivalry, but I do think men have allowed women to discourage them from being gentlemen, from being chivalrous.
It would be great if women just came out and said, you know what? I want to see this video. I want to see a woman come out and say, you know what? I think we did this. I think that we felt really insecure about the fact that we couldn't lift our own damn suitcase up the stairs, or really insecure about the fact that we are weaker than men. And so we had this message of, we don't need you, right? We don't need you to take care of us. We don't need anything. And we put that out there without realizing it was going to bite us in the ass, when ultimately, really, we do want to be taken care of. And we do want somebody to lift our suitcase into the overhead compartment. And we do want all of those things. So we effed up. Guys, we're sorry. We're really sorry that we effed up. And can you go back to the way it was? And in turn, we will actually turn back into females and stop acting so masculinized in the process. That would be great. Guys, do you want to see that video?
Why do people believe that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it?
It did. It absolutely 100% did. Women push for too much of equality. I want a man's man. I want him to treat me like a man. I want equal opinions, but at the same time, I definitely want a man that can protect, hold doors open, do things for me. I want to be feminine. I don't want to be like a man. Some women do, and that's okay. Not my thing. But I do think feminism kind of ruined it for us.
Do women want to be independent while also being provided for? And if so, who's more delusional in their wants?
Actually, yeah, that's probably pretty true. I'm going to be honest with that one. We're probably more delusional. We want equality. We want this, but we want a man to take care of us too. So, yeah, women are definitely, that's our problem.
I went and opened the door for her. She goes, nobody's ever opened the door for me. After I paid for dinner, and she goes, you're so sweet, thank you so much. We went outside and she started walking a little bit faster than me. I go, where are you going? Where are you going? Get your ass back over here and get by my side over here. She gave me her hand and she goes, I'm just not used to a real man. I go, yeah, because real men are not existing anymore. You gotta reward a woman for her feminism, for her beauty, for her knowledge, for how she takes care of herself, for her ideology. Make her feel special. Take control, that she can now relax. Her mood is just for you. She doesn't need to worry about anything. Freaking you open the door for her, that you don't even want her to lose any strength. Learn how to be a man. Open the door, bring a flower, feed her from your hand, appreciate her, buy her a piece of jewelry that means something, hold her, carry her, make her laugh, really care about her well-being.
Chivalry is so dead. What makes you say that? Because every time I go on a date, there are literally 0 guys that know how to do it. What do you mean? Open my door? Pull my chair out? Pay the bill? The sidewalk thing? You know what I mean. Well, yeah, I do know what you mean, but I think you're just looking at chivalry the wrong way. Huh? Those things you mentioned are great examples of chivalrous actions, but chivalry isn't a checklist. It's a duty and an energy. I'm confused. See, if you go into a date with a list of items, and you just find yourself testing him on whether or not he performs them, then you aren't actually connecting with him or paying attention to what matters. What matters is that I feel taken care of. Right, but you aren't testing that, because his version of taking care of you might be different from your image of it. Maybe he held open the restaurant door, but not the car door. Maybe he was never taught the sidewalk thing. Maybe he didn't pull out your chair, but he made sure you were comfortable at the table. He might not be doing your ideal version of what you call chivalry, but he's still trying to take care of you. And I think you're probably missing out on some great men by rushing to judgment. Decent point. What are you doing? Deleting my chivalry list? You actually had a list? Yeah.
Why can't we be equal? Why do you feel superior to me?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you want a man that's taller than you?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that's stronger than you physically?
Yes, I do.
Would you prefer a man that can lead you?
Absolutely.
Would you prefer a man that's more competent and more intelligent than yourself?
I just said that. I
Yeah?
can't
Doesn't sound
disagree.
anything equal there to me.
Ouch. But what if I am strong?
You're not. That means that we are not equal.
Yeah, we're not. We're not. But don't.
You just said a second ago that we were.
Okay, all right.
Got him.
Got me.
Women don't really have to align with their duties as a wife, but men almost always have to align with their duties.
I think both should.
Yeah, for sure. With feminism and other things, is like women want the privileges and the benefits of chivalry and like the security of marriage and the sanctity of that, but they don't want to hold up their end of the bargain. Versus like for men, right? Like we have to do what we're supposed to do, and if we don't, we deal with consequences for it. Women initiate most breakups, they initiate most divorces, etc. So, if I say, you know what, I don't feel like paying the bills anymore, like you would look at me like I'm crazy, but like when women say, well, I don't want to fuck my husband anymore, it's completely socially acceptable, right? So, and this is a big reason actually why I tell guys like marriage nowadays with the marriage courts involved and getting married through the state isn't in your best interest, because you don't have leverage anymore. And when you don't have leverage over women, they behave very poorly. I mean, in today's day and age, you really don't get any real benefit besides the title. You can get everything through a regular relationship. I think you can marry religiously, and I think that's great, because having children out of wedlock's L. But to get the state involved, that's where I run into issues. What I've realized with women is like there's more social acceptance for them breaching the contract than there is for men.
There is nothing romantic about opening a door for a woman.
It is a clear servitude packaged as virtue and pushed by movies and social conditioning. Opening the door for a woman is enabling weaponized incompetence. They told men to simp, bow, and worship women. But in reality, those same women punish the men who behave like obedient gentlemen. In reality, and in most cases, a woman who has the audacity to instruct you to open the door can only do so because she believes she can get away with it. It is because you have pedestalized her in some way. Gentlemen, let me tell you this. If she knew she had to act the right way from the very first interaction with you, she wouldn't dare instruct you in that manner. Women, we always, and I repeat, follow your influence and energy. If you already act like she's attracted to you, she will probably end up figuring out why she's attracted to you. This is logic from the Logic Man.
Chivalry is a huge issue in this. Chivalry is a big factor when it comes to family law because it plays directly into the man's ego, his sense of self-esteem. It plays directly into how he's going to treat her. We're back to, I can't do that. She's my kid's mom. Mm-hmm. Sacrifice myself, let her win. Sacrifice myself, protect the children. Sacrifice myself, protect the family. Mm. It's what we do as a society. We teach men, sacrifice yourself, provide for others. Right. And then that's weaponized when you go into family court.
Let me get the door for you.
As you should.
What?
As you should.
No, thank you?
Thank you for what?
You know what? Nothing.
What? I'm gonna have to take a Uber.
As you should.
See, chivalry has lost its value, not because of men, but because of us ladies. In the 40s and 50s, women respected chivalry. Nowadays, we expect it and take it for granted.
You want to know what else I'll say, and I'll make it quick? I feel like men were raised on how to treat a woman well, and women were raised how to treat a woman well.
By who?
By their mothers, or whoever was around. Mm-hmm. Like, it's all about, like, you need to do this for her. You open the door, do this. And women were treated on how to get what they need from a man. They were never taught. Women are not taught to do these things for a man. Now, other cultures, which is what you would say, un-American women, or even other cultures, like my mom's Persian, I seen that. They're very submissive. You have to do all this. But most American culture people, they are not taught to, especially Black women, don't kill me, but I feel like a lot of women were raised by independent mothers. So for them, they wanted to protect their child, and they wanted their child not to be in their position. So in order to protect their child, it was like, look, this is what you need from a man. And if he's not doing this, this, and this, and this, you're not supposed to mess with him. And a man was taught how to give the needs to a woman. You're supposed to open her door. You're supposed to make sure you have this, have enough money to take care of her, take her on a date, do this. So women were not taught that, a lot of women, period. And that's just what I think. Don't shoot me and don't kill me off of that one.
Yeah, I mean, feminism, women ruin everything. Feminism has ruined everything for women too. They think that they're fighting for women, but it's actually hurting women the most, and that's the sad thing. And too many women are just hearing, become an OnlyFans girl, make your bread, be a boss babe, and it just is it's honestly a trap. It's leading them down to a life worth of misery, and before they know it, they will be too old to have kids, and no man will want them, because the older they get, the more experiences they have, their value goes down. And that's why I try to speak up about it, because I feel like not enough young women are hearing this side of things. And I actually got into a Twitter fight recently with Iggy Azalea, because her failed rapping career led her to do OnlyFans, and
oh shit,
she actually asked my husband for a dick pic too on Twitter. It was a very strange, sad situation.
What?
Yeah,
the mighty have fallen.
She's wild, but she tells young girls to start OnlyFans, and she's promoting it. And it's just like, I think it's very different if a girl used to do OnlyFans and kind of speaks down upon it and says this is not right for women. But it's a difference when you see these women, and like you guys have said, women by nature are followers, so they will follow all these girls that they idolize. And so many young women think it's okay to do OnlyFans, not knowing the consequences that are inevitable, like not being able to find a high value husband. So that's why I like to speak out against it.
Twitter sounds lit.
Does a gentleman treat men and women differently? Well, chivalry relies on the idea that men and women are different. Whether it's holding open doors, giving up your seat on the train, or paying the check at dinner, it means treating women better than men for no reason other than that they are a woman. However, it's possible to enjoy traditional gender roles without harboring sexist or anti-egalitarian views. There are many liberal women who want to be treated like a lady and enjoy a classic dynamic in dating and their relationships. Just because you enjoy that also doesn't mean your views on women are outdated. You can have a fully 50-50 partnership with your wife or girlfriend and value and respect her as your equal, yet still enjoy taking on a more traditional gender dynamic in certain romantic aspects of your relationship.
Men kill chivalry more than men. Hot take. Let me explain. So the whole perspective of chivalry, it's what a man does and why he does it, how it makes her feel when he does it kind of thing. If you have a woman who has these huge expectations, but she's not really doing a lot in her man's eyes to say that she deserves the chivalry, then why would he be chivalrous?
Third wave feminism argues that the woman is the prize, but I argue that not every woman is the prize. Proverbs 31 verse 10 through 11 says, "A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value." Not every woman is virtuous, but a virtuous woman is the prize.
I haven't seen this, but I think I can already have an idea.
No, this is different than you think it's going to be. This is too much. Girlfriend got stuck.
Bail out. Just bail.
She got stuck. She didn't want to throw it. So now she's trying to get guys to come over and help her to lift that thing off her back. And I guarantee you there are guys that saw what was going on and were like, I'm staying out of this. I don't want to be in some video. I'm not getting involved. I'm approaching her, all that. And this is what I say about like feminism wrecking men, because your natural instinct as a man would just be like, let me go over and help this woman, right? Normal. You got to be afraid to do everything now. And I think that's why when people say the death of gentlemen and all this, women complain. I saw a video of a very prominent female figure being like, oh, all the good men are gone. It's like, well, you killed them. You killed whatever was inside of them that would have made them actually act like men. Guys are afraid to be men.
Yeah. Feminism has disincentivized men from being gentlemen.
Gentleman chivalry is not dead because of feminism. It's dead because of incels. Gentleman chivalry is dead because right-wing incels have decided that the only reason that you should be treating people better is if you get something in return. Typically, treating women better to result in attention and sex. Gentleman chivalry isn't so much based on knights chivalry as it is based on the concept of noblesse oblige. That is to say, if you have more power than someone, if you have more influence, more strength, more money, more social impact, it is your obligation to do better, to improve and help people who have less than you. If you think chivalry is dead, you were probably never chivalrous. You were just expecting a transaction.
I don't really have the vocabulary to describe them, which is why I try and make, like the feminist case for chivalry. We shouldn't have got rid of that as a concept. Like when you have this as stark a physical difference and psychological differences between the sexes, 99% of men can kill 99% of women with their bare hands and not vice versa. We have to operate with that recognition. Chivalry in those circumstances is obviously in women's interests, even if occasionally it will mean feeling slightly patronized. Like who cares? I'm so happy to have the door held open for me and my bags carried. It's completely fine.
If it means that someone's not going to assault me.
How can a society that always places women first be called a patriarchy?
It's a paradox.
If we're placing women first all the time, I don't think it would be called a patriarchy, because that doesn't even make sense.
Would you consider chivalry to be a female privilege?
Yes. Chivalry to be a female privilege? I would.
Why?
I would, because I feel like chivalry sometimes has to be deserved. Because I don't feel like not to like talk trash about anybody, but I feel like chivalry is definitely something that should be deserved, something that should be earned. Not saying everybody should be like rude or anything, but like the utmost chivalry, like the opening doors and like doing all that good stuff. I feel like it should be earned.
Right, but don't women kind of expect that on a first date?
I feel like some people do, but that's why you should talk to who you're going on your first date with to really see what they do and don't expect, to see what does and doesn't work for you as your individual person, if that makes sense.
A creator recently made a video saying that their bad feminist take is that they want men to foot the bill on a date, and their stitches are off, but I can tag them below. I don't think this want is anti-feminist. Men often tell women that if they want equal rights, then they should be prepared to split the cost of a date. This is a myopic and erroneous view of what justice for women looks like, and I think it's almost always intentionally manipulative. What this communicates, especially if he's asked her on a first date, is that women need to give more to men. They need to relinquish more in a world where they already have less sexual, financial, and political power, and this man on the date still benefits from patriarchy and capitalism. The dispute isn't really about the bill, but whether one rejects a pernicious version of feminism that asks women to participate equally when they are still collectively subjugated on the basis of sex and gender. Male allies prioritize fighting the ways that patriarchy disadvantages women, not the negligible advantages it confers upon them. Probably still shared her location before the date in case he was a murderer.
You get chivalry or equality, ladies. You do not get both. And let me explain that to you. See, chivalry was invented when ladies didn't have equal rights as a way in social society to protect them. But now you guys have equality. So the women that get chivalry are your wives, your girlfriends, your daughters, your mothers, your aunts, your female cousins. The other women get equality. Now, what does equality mean? That means if you've been on your feet all day in Louboutins and you get on the bus or a train and there are no seats left and you see other men standing up, but some men are sitting down and you're looking at that man with puppy eyes like you want him to be chivalrous and give you his seat. No, you're going to stand up there equally, just like any other man that got on the train or the bus after all of the seats were taken. That's equality. Here's another example. You purchased a house that you really can't afford. It's a fixer-upper because the one that you wanted, you couldn't get because you didn't have a second income and you had too much student loan debt. So you're at Lowe's or Home Depot every single Saturday getting whatever you need to do a DIY project in that home. Now, you got something that's heavy, concrete, 2x4s, anything that's heavy, and you are having a hard time lifting it into your car. And you're watching men go in and out to get other things for their families. And you're like, well, why is no one helping me? Why is nobody helping me put this stuff in my car? They just walking by and watching me. Because you have equality. Get your husband, a boyfriend, if you want chivalry. Or you can hire some of the day laborers that are sitting out there waiting for work. It don't cost that much to hire them because that's what men do if we cannot get whatever we ordered from Home Depot or Lowe's into our car. Learn the difference, ladies.
Just want to clarify maybe what my perception of feminism is. Earlier, it felt like that there was an illusion that it's man-hating, and that's not at all. It's just about equity. So, I mean, that's just exactly equity in spaces that both men and women are in. And chivalry, to me, is not a male or a female type of thing. And this isn't my thing, it's a Brene Brown thing, but with my partner, we'll have been married 27 years. And there's days where I need to be the chivalrous person, and there's days that he has to be the chivalrous person, and it's welcomed. And I think it speaks to maybe what you were talking about.
It's weird how it's turned into this thing where women have literally rebuked me for getting the door. This is something that I hear men say reasonably often. And it blows my mind. And it makes me say, I'm not getting the full story. Because I can't imagine a woman rebuking you or getting nasty because you held the door for them. Because that's just a thing that other humans do for each other. Unless this is like a geographic thing. I'm in the Baltimore, Maryland area, and people generally hold the door for each other, male or female. And sometimes people will even go out of their way to hold the door, either open when someone sees you coming or hold it for someone coming behind them. That's just a general thing, and it's really a beautiful thing, and it builds this kind of kinship with strangers. I have never, ever, ever in my entire life given someone a hard time for either going out of their way to open the door for me or holding a door open for me as they were passing through it. And I can't imagine doing it unless, it's never happened to me, but unless someone says something lurid, inappropriate, or creepy, or they're doing it, or they touch me, unless they go really, really out of their way. Why would you rebuke someone? I have even held the door for a UPS driver bringing packages into Alta. That's just what people do. That's what humans do, at least in Baltimore. I don't know, maybe geographically that's different. So please pop in here. If you're a man or a woman, I don't care. And tell me, have you ever been rebuked for holding a door, or have you ever rebuked someone for holding a door?